You mentioned taxidermy there, and when I was doing some research on you for this interview now, I was like, taxidermy. If I can just imagine the 16-year-old version of you going into a career guidance counselor and them saying, "Oh, you should do this and this," and you're like, "No, actually, I want to take dead animals and stuff them." How do you get into taxidermy?
So I actually got into taxidermy through photography. I was doing some art courses and I picked a concentration of memento mori, which is the Latin phrase meaning remember your mortality or remember that you will one day die. So I was hanging out a lot in the woods. I was finding skulls. I was finding bones. I would take them home. I would clean them, and then I would use them as props for photography. And once I started doing that, it just became more and more fascinating to me, like the natural history aspect of it, understanding more about the anatomy of the animals, all that kind of stuff. So I finally found a way to turn that personal fascination and being close to nature into something that I could do as a career. So I started my business when I was pretty young. I started selling stuff on just, usually just animal skulls, bones, jewelry that I'd make out of those things. And it culminated into something that sort of just took a life of its own. So I never really intended to be a taxidermist per se. It's just something that sort of evolved from a personal passion, which seems to be a recurring theme in my life.
That's cool. That's awesome.